Welcome back, everyone. I'm Jori Richard, and this is the 7th card of the Major Arcana in the Aleister Crowley Thoth Tarot deck. And this is the Chariot. Now, this ball that he's holding in his hands, this represents the Holy Grail, and that we have free choice to create our own identity because there is that uncertainty. And because that uncertainty is there, we could become anyone that we desire. On top of his head, you have Cancer, which is a water sign. See, there's a crab on top of his head. And that represents Cancer, and that's a water sign. And that means pure consciousness. So we want to tap into that pure consciousness, that stream that is flowing like water. At the top, over here, you can't see it on this camera, but it says abracadabra. Abracadabra, 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 abracadabra. And that is the cipher of the great work. And see, the soul, the brain is waiting for the day that it hears the words abracadabra. And that is the cipher of when the great work is fulfilled. So that's what we should be shooting for, to create our own identity and use this uncertainty to sculpt our reality and to get this physical world to conform to our will. And that's the definition of magic. We have the 4 living creatures, and this comes from the book of Revelation. There's the beast with the human head, the ox, the eagle, and the lion on the end. And there's 4 of them. There's also 4 pillars right here. Now, number 4 corresponds to Rahu, which was a demon in the heavenly realms. And what happened was all the gods were passing around a cup of the holy nectar. And Rahu snuck into this celebration, and then he took a sip of it, and he became immortal. But then the gods realized that he wasn't one of them, and then they cut his head off. So that head is Rahu. And also this is 7, which refers to Ketu, and Ketu is the body without the head. So that's a spirit that we can work with that will help us along our journey to manifest and to create this identity and to truly know thyself. Who am I? There's all these different principles, different philosophies that are imposed upon me, different viewpoints that are not even mine in my head, and that's a lie. That's not who I am. So I need to empty out all this and then truly ask myself, who am I? Know thyself. That is the main question that needs to be answered. And once you know thyself, then you complete the great work. And metaphorically, you hear the words abracadabra. So that's the cipher, according to Crowley. You have the wheels on the side, and this represents being stationary, but then also moving. So we need to know when to stay stationary, and then when to put in action and begin moving. So it's all about this Holy Grail that he's holding in his hands. And this is, like I said, creating your identity. Who do you want to be? and we can become whoever we want. We just have to get rid of all this information and lies that people put in our head. People telling us who we are, when in fact, that's not who we are. And using the uncertainty principle, we can become anything. And you have 10 crystals on the armor of the knight, of the golden knight. And that represents the 10 Sephirah. And there's 10 positive choices that we can, 10 paths that we could take on the Kabbalist tree of life. Abracadabra, abracadabra, abracadabra. That could be a great mantra. Abracadabra, abracadabra, abracadabra. This is the Chariot card, the 7th card in the Major Arcana Aleister Crowley Thoth Tarot deck. So when you get this card, it's telling you to just leave the past behind and then the focus and move forward, and then set your mind on your purpose and the path that you truly want to manifest, your identity, who do you want to become, and just leave the past behind. I'm Jori Richard. And this is the Chariot. Thank you for watching. Peace.